DreamWorks SMG4, the movie, and SMG3, the movie. Hey, I've got some news for you. SMG3. What do you have in mind? My boy? It's about my upcoming DreamWorks movie. Go ahead. No one isn't stopping you. In the vibrant and chaotic world of SMG4, where humor and adventure collide, we meet our lovable hero, SMG4, and his eclectic group of friends, the wisecracking Mario, the creative but clumsy Luigi, and the ever-enthusiastic Terry. They spend their days goofing off and creating laugh-out-loud content for their fans, but everything changes when a mysterious villain known as Mr. Puzzles emerges. With a sinister plan, Mr. Puzzles begins to capture SMG4's single-quote-s friends, using his magical puzzles to trap them in bizarre, hilarious, and tricky challenges. As the gang begins to disappear one by one, SMG4 realizes that to save them, he must confront Mr. Puzzles. Together with Lua, a sassy AI assistant with a knack for puzzles, SMG4 embarks on an epic quest filled with hilarious mishaps and challenges. Each level of this quest takes them through wacky scenarios inspired by classic video game tropes, racing through a crazy carnival, navigating a meme-infused jungle, and solving riddles in a haunted mansion. Along the way, SMG4's single-quote-s friends that have been captured send him cryptic clues to help him on his journey. However, as SMG4 faces off with lovable yet challenging puzzle monsters, he grapples with his own insecurities about being a leader. He fears that he isn't clever enough to outsmart Mr. Puzzles and that he'll lose his friends forever. With each challenge, the strength of friendship and the bonds they share begin to reshape SMG4's single-quote-s outlook. He gains confidence as he learns to rely on his friends' unique strengths, Mario's bravery, Luigi's ingenuity, and Terry's creativity, to solve the puzzles. In a climactic showdown, SMG4 and Mr. Puzzles engage in a wild battle of wits in a swirling arena filled with traps and puzzles. It's a frenzy of color, laughter, and unexpected twists as SMG4 uses the skills he's learned from his friends to outsmart Mr. Puzzles and free his gang. With a clever plan involving teamwork and a little bit of luck, SMG4 turns the tables on the villain, leading to an explosive final victory that helps everyone escape their traps. As the dust settles, SMG4 and his friends celebrate their victory with a poignant moment that reflects on their bond. They realize that while laughs and challenges are entertaining, the real adventure is the friendship they share. The film ends with them back in their vibrant world, turning their wild experiences into their next great video, reinforcing the theme that together, anything is possible. With humor, heart, and an unforgettable message, SMG4, the movie, is a comedic journey that highlights the power of friendship amid zany chaos. Ohio, that's getting there. Oh, thanks. SMG3. Now here's where I tell my story. It's about my upcoming DreamWorks movie too. Let's hear it. In the vibrant universe of DreamWorks SMG3, we meet SMG3, a notorious villain with grandiose plans to outsmart his rival, the ever-cheerful SMG4. His schemes have kept him at the top of the villain hierarchy, but his obsessive quest for dominance leaves him feeling lonely and unfulfilled. Despite his mischievous exterior, cracks begin to show in SMG3's single-quote-s villainous facade when he starts to notice the camaraderie and genuine happiness shared among SMG4 and his gang. As SMG3 concocts a new scheme to defeat SMG4 once and for all, a new threat emerges, the absurdly chaotic Mr. Puzzles, whose unpredictable antics wreak havoc across the land. The once clear battle lines between SMG3 and SMG4 start to blur, as both are forced to confront the menace of Mr. Puzzles together. In a hilariously clumsy turn of events, SMG3 finds himself reluctantly collaborating with SMG4 and his friends. Throughout their misadventures, SMG3 accidentally reveals his insecurities, leading to unexpected moments of vulnerability that soften his heart. In a climactic showdown, Mr. Puzzles traps the gang in a surreal maze of twisted puzzles and riddles. With time running out, SMG3 faces a critical choice. He remembers the care and support SMG4 showed him back during the War of the Fat Italians 2023, when they were more frenemies than enemies. This realization dawns on him: enemies aren't nice, and perhaps he has misjudged SMG4 all along. In an act of redemption, SMG3 uses his cunning skills not to overpower SMG4 but to devise a clever plan to outsmart Mr. Puzzles. The gang bands together, combining their strengths and quirks, to defeat the larger-than-life foe in a chaotic yet comedic clash filled with dazzling visuals and absurd antics. As they celebrate their victory, SMG3's single quote "S heart has transformed." He finds himself drawn into the friendship he once despised. The movie concludes with SMG3, SMG4, and their gang laughing together, realizing they are not just allies against evil but true friends. In a heartwarming final scene, SMG3 begins to embrace his newfound identity, leaving behind his villainous ways for the warmth of camaraderie, and they all live happily ever after, reveling in their quirky adventures together. SMG3, from villainy to valor ***. Wow, that's a very awesome plot. Oh, that's very kind of you. SMG4. So I will see you when SMG4, the movie, hits theaters on April 20th, 2028. And I will also see you when SMG3, the movie, hits theaters on July 1st, 2032. The end of the announcement concept.